What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to go through 2025 ins and outs, in particular with health and fitness. So I did this trend last year and I absolutely loved it. It basically means what things are we leaving behind, like basically bad trends, negative experiences, things like that. Like, what are we leaving behind in 2024 and we are not looking back on, and what positive things and great health and fitness strategies are we bringing forward into 2025. So I have narrowed it down to 5 ins and 5 outs. And I have created these based on my own personal experience and also based on my clients' experiences. So I do work with hundreds of women every year. A lot of similar challenges come up, a lot of similar issues. And yeah, I just want to speak about some things we gotta leave behind, we gotta be nicer to ourselves, and some things we're gonna do moving forward to be better physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay, diving in with number one. My number one out for this year that we are not bringing in to 2025 is picking your body apart and allowing the scale to dictate your day. Look, we have all been there. I've been there. I have been in that spot where I will step on the scale first thing in the morning, and if there is a number that I do not like to see on that scale, it will ruin my whole day. I'll be in a bad mood. I'll be thinking about my food. I'll probably punish myself for that number, and we're leaving that behind, okay? Exact same thing with picking apart your body. I know we all have days we stand in front of the mirror and we pick apart what's wrong with I hate this part of my arms. I hate this part of my tummy. This part is so fat. Like, why are we so negative to ourselves when we would never do that to anyone else? So we are leaving that attitude behind, because I'm telling you, you are so much more than that. You are so much more than looking at yourself in the mirror, picking yourself apart, and you are so much more than a number. So what we are bringing in instead of that is looking at other areas of progress. We get so fixated on the scale, but there are so many other areas of progress that we can look at. So say you're in your health and fitness journey, you're a couple of weeks in, the scale is not changing. Instead of letting that dictate you, look at the other areas that you are improving on. Are you building a healthy routine? Are you getting stronger? Are you feeling better in your clothes? Are you feeling more confident? Is your energy levels better? Is this the best routine you've had in many years? Because that to me overdoes everything else. If I'm feeling good in myself every single day, I don't care what that number says at the end of the day. Another really important thing is to look at your progress photos. We see our bodies every single day, and it is really hard to see change when we see it every single day. This is why progress photos are so important. Honestly, majority of my progress photos are totally different, and I'm the same weight in all of them. Like, my weight doesn't really fluctuate that much. In my early photos, from when I gained muscle, I gained like 20 pounds in between these photos. But as of recent, when I am bloated, inflamed, feeling crappy about myself, and when I'm lean, I actually am the exact same weight. So the weight doesn't matter. I feel crap in this photo, I feel amazing in this photo. Why would I fixate on a number when I feel my best, more energetic, and so on? So it's really important to look at those photos as well, because you don't see your body change every day, but sometimes when you put those photos side by side, you're like, oh, look at that. Other areas to look at is measuring your own body, like getting a measuring tape, measuring different areas, because inches can come off your body as well without anything changing on the scale. So looking at other areas rather than just number on a scale. And in is not picking our body apart. So if you are standing in front of the mirror and you are being really negative towards yourself, I want to try you to catch yourself in those moments and replace them with positive thoughts. So if you're standing there, for example, and you're saying, hate my arms, this is so fat, I'm so ugly, you need to stop, replace them, nip it all in the bud, and replace it with 3 positive comments. I am strong, I am healthy, I am determined. Boom, there you go. You need to start replacing them, because whatever words you say, your mind will follow. So if you keep talking negatively to yourself, your body and your mind will believe it. But alternatively, if you start speaking nicely to yourself and kind words, you will start to believe it. So there's my number one. Number 2 is about training. I kind of put 2 together here. So ego lifting and doing inconsistent workouts. So number one, ego lifting. Ego lifting was basically when you're trying to be a bit cool, you're like, I keep going up on the weights, I'm really strong, and you're really lifting heavy and your form is not there. You're not actually ready for it. So you're just trying to like be cool in the gym, beat the others around you when you're not ready for it. And don't get me wrong, I am all for progressive overload and wanting you to get stronger every session, but just putting it on to like look good and necessarily your form is a bit all over the place, you actually feel a little tweak in the back, you're ignoring that, that is like totally not okay. And I also said inconsistent workouts, because if you want to see a change in your body, the inconsistent workouts are not it. That's out. What is in is a structured training program, a consistent training program, so that you are giving your body a chance to challenge, to adapt, to overcome, and you keep challenging it and you keep getting better with every session. If you are coming in on a Monday, you're doing bicep curls, then you are doing your full body workout, your lower body workout, whatever that is, and then you don't do bicep curls for another 5 weeks, how can you get better with that? Because it's too inconsistent. You're not giving your body a chance to actually get stronger. You need to be consistent with it, and that's where you're going to see real change. Keep the consistent workouts up, you're going to see random results. Inconsistent workouts, inconsistent results. Consistent workouts, consistent results. So just watch out for that. If you are looking for specific goals, you need to be following a structured plan. And instead of the ego lifting, we are bringing in moving with intention. Look, I've been there too. I was always popping on the weight. I was like, yeah, I'm good, I'm ready. And my lower back always hurt. And that's exactly why, because I wasn't moving safely. My core wasn't locked in because the weight was too heavy. It just wasn't balancing out for me. But when I stripped back the weight and moved with intention, so I focused on my lift, like before I'd get up from a sumo deadlift, I'm like feeling my body, feel the feet, feel the hips open, feel the core engage, and then I lift off. I felt everything to a whole new level. Like I'm telling you, when I stripped back the weight, I felt more sore than I was when I was lifting double the weight, because I was moving with intention and the workouts were 10 times more effective for me. So inconsistent ego lifting is out and moving with intention, controlling the weight is in. Number 3, this one you're going to feel. What is out is in a rush, always being stressed, leading to burnout. So we've all been there. We are in a society that is so go, 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 and we are in that hustle mentality all the time. We need to grind, we need to hustle, we need to get to here, which isn't wrong. I always respect the hustle, but we are so used to running around like headless chickens that we are moving from one task to the other, and we always lead ourselves to burnout. If you continue in this high stress state, your body will physically tell you to stop. For me, it was injury. My body would literally, I'd pull my back out of nowhere because it was so high stressed. It was holding so much tension in my body. Injury is one, and being sick is another big one. If you don't slow down, your body will literally make you slow down. It's like, I can't do this, my immune system shuts down, and you will become sick. So this is what burnout is, and we've all experienced it. This is not good for our health. It is not good for our well-being. We need to stop this. So what we're going to bring in instead is being more present. And yeah, we hear it all the time, I got to be more present, but like, how do we do that? And all of those things on our stress to-do list are still there. We still need to do them. Like, we can't just neglect the kids, but how we choose to show up is up to you. So I can choose to run around and be like, oh my God, I have to do this, that, the other, is like my brain's going everywhere. Or I can choose to slow down in the moment. Okay, yes, right now I'm in the car with the kids. I can take a breath. I can ask them how their day was. I can like sing along with the music, and then we get there, I'm on to my next task. You can still get your stuff done, but how you decide to be in those moments is really important. So taking a breather, literally just slowing down. And like I mentioned before about replacing the negative thoughts, you can do the same action here. So when you are running around, I have to do this, that, the other, you don't have to do these things, you get to. You are lucky to have these beautiful, healthy kids in the back of your car. You are so lucky to have a healthy, moving body right now, and you get to actually get stronger and push it in the gym. Like, replace that mindset as well with that kind of victim mentality of, I have to do all of these things. You get to, we are lucky, and breathe in those moments. Number 4, we are getting rid of that all or nothing approach. This is your health. It is not on or off. Your health is always there. If you decide to neglect it or not, it is still there. We can't be treating it like that anymore. So within, we need to find a balanced lifestyle. So chances are you always go into that all or nothing approach because it gets too much, it gets too overwhelming, and you put way too much on your plate. So you need to find a balance. You're going for 10 workouts a week, count all your calories, macros, meal prep 20 times a week, or you're doing nothing. So what can you find in the middle? 2 to 3 workouts a week. Maybe we're just meal prepping one meal at a time. Maybe we are literally just cooking a breakfast for ourselves today. Take it one step at a time. It can be the smallest thing. So like bulletproof that plan, make it super easy that you can't miss it. That is a balance. That is not going from one extreme to the other. You're finding that middle ground, and that's what's in. Okay, number 5, the last one for today. This one I'm definitely speaking to myself a lot as well here today, and out is being really hard on ourselves and being impatient about that long-term goal. So yes, let's say fitness for example, we want to lose 10 pounds. We do it for 2 weeks and we're like, oh, for God's sake, I haven't done it and look at her over there. That's not going to work, and you need to celebrate the small wins. And this is something I have actively been working on, and I'm very lucky that my boyfriend teaches me this. It's like, stop, slow down, and look what you did today. So instead of like always focusing on that end goal, and I'm telling you that that's not a fun place to be, because you hit that goal, you're like, okay, yay, here for 2 seconds, and then you're focused on the next goal. You never actually get to that happiness. So like, you're working towards that 10 pounds, you hit it, and then you're like, oh great, now I want to be another 20 pounds down. Then you want to be there. Then you get there, there's another goal. Like, you were actually never truly happy when you're in that, and you always want to like chase that next goal. That doesn't make you happy. So what we need to do is celebrate the small wins. So honestly, celebrate them. Go out for dinner, have a drink, like celebrate these small things because they are huge. Like, you need to be in the journey. Going back to being present, you need to be in the journey to enjoy it and get the most fulfilling out of it. I'm going to use my marathon for example, and of course I had that end goal. I wanted to do a sub 4 marathon, but I honestly thought the journey was the best part of it. Like, I loved the day, I loved getting my sub 4 marathon, but being present along the journey was brilliant. Like, getting over my injury, that was like, oh yes, I've done it. Getting stronger, diminishing that knee pain just day by day, those were the small wins. And another small win was like just going for a run on my own one day in the rain. Like, those things add up, and those things you need to be so proud of. So those daily motions that are just motions and sometimes you go through, take a moment to reflect how far you've come, because now you're working out 4 days a week. Maybe a few weeks ago that wasn't even possible for you. Maybe now you are having a breakfast every day. Maybe before you never did that. Like, you need to reflect and focus on those small moments as well to enjoy the journey. Okay, those are my 2025 ins and outs. I am going to leave you there for today, and thank you so much for listening. Thanks for joining in. Make sure to like and subscribe to more fitness and educational content for you guys.